It's time for the Drunk Tank Podcast by Rooster Teeth, Vagina, Penis, Blowback. Nice one, Jeff.
This podcast is brought to you thanks to the generous support of GameMinder. Download GameMinder for free and never miss a video game release date again. GameMinder currently tracks games for all game consoles, PC, and mobile games. Download it for free today at GameMinder.com or on the Apple App Store. And as of this week, brand new, GameMinder is now available on the Android marketplace as well. Additional consideration is brought to you by Bing. Only Bing now integrates information from your friends on Facebook and experts on Twitter so you can tap into their knowledge and opinions. Spend less time searching and more time doing. Now search goes social. Check it out at Bing.com.
I'll spend more time doing. Winky face.
Wink.
Those guys seamlessly worked in, like, the lyrics to that song.
Seamlessly.
I mean, that was artfully done.
That was Pascal on the Rooster Teeth website. Thank you, Pascal.
An exercise in subtlety and artistry.
Who knew that?
Like a tapestry of music and culture.
I think that, I don't remember now, but I think that Pascal user is in Ireland. So who knew that the Irish were capable of such musical feats?
You know, it's weird. Why are people always losing their accents when they sing?
You think so? They can say.
Could you tell they were from Ireland?
I noticed British people do that. Like the Spice Girls can't tell you they're
Adele
British.
does that.
Adele?
No, you can't tell.
No, there's something weird about their voice still.
I guess there's
Like
weird,
if you think about the Beatles, it sounds.
Well, the Beatles, I
off.
think you could tell more.
Well, they were really high and from England, so that's different. All the time.
Were they high early on? What about early Beatles? Like I Want to Hold Your Hand?
It's hard to say.
What about Let's Smoke This Doobie Together? their big hit.
I love
that
that
one.
song.
But you know, and also when I noticed
The
when
song of my people.
you say bing, you say bing.
Yeah,
like
I do.
You're working to get the G.
What's
Bing.
What's
You have
funny
to
is when we did the first Bing ad, or before we recorded the podcast with the first Bing ad, Bernie was like, "Oh, this is going to be great! I can't wait to hear you say Bing because I know you always stress that G." I was like, "You asshole!"
You just like to punch the G.
Bing.
Wait, how do you say it?
Always trying to punch the G,
How do you say
guys.
it?
How do you say it?
Well, I don't want to talk about it now. Pronounce it.
See, I'm used to enunciating everything.
Yeah, me too.
So you're saying Bing 1? Go ahead and say it.
Bing, huh?
What? He likes say 1. Like
One?
Like,
Juan.
they won
Juan?
the game.
Juan.
You and I
Juan.
both
I'll
say
say
Juan.
Bing Juan.
Yeah, Juan. You won the game.
Bing
Yeah.
Juan.
Why would you not say Juan? What do you say?
I know, it's not
One.
O-N-E.
One?
Won the game, yeah.
No, they're
that's
not
what regular
It's
normal
not
people
one.
say.
It's not the number
No,
It's
one.
not the
They-
one
they-
you
they
won.
won.
Well, that is
It's
true
not
because
W-O-N.
no words in the English
No one
language
says-
sound the exact same.
No one
Not
says
at all.
one.
Thank you. I appreciate the concession, Jack.
Yes, thank you, Jack.
For the
Absolutely.
record, Jack conceded
Thank
because
you
I'm
for
right.
confirming.
I don't think he did. I think he was being.
Like I'm going to the store and I'm going, or I don't know.
Don't make me bullshit about two. You cannot say shit about two.
Like, I won the store, or I.
And when I count, I go 1, 2, 3, 4.
'Cause you gotta hit that W.
You gotta hit that W.
You don't go 1, 2, 3.
1, 2.
So this week, if you haven't been able to tell, we've got Jack, Barbara,
3.
Joel, and Gus
What's up?
sitting in on the Rooster Teeth
Hi,
podcast.
Internet. Gus, how amped and excited are you for RTX next weekend?
No. Yeah, next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend in Austin, Texas, July 7th and 8th.
I just threw up a little bit.
We sold out. Our ticket sales are now closed. We were hoping to have extras to sell at the door, but in a last-minute rush, we realized we sold the perfect amount, and we can sell no more. So
Yes.
there will be no tickets available at the door.
So
if you-
StubHub, can I go in front of the convention center and like take tickets I have and like
Oh, dude, we could scalp tickets.
scout tickets?
Dude, how much do you think a VIP badge would be worth? Or a staff badge? Oh, how much would a
my
staff
God.
badge
I
be
will
worth?
totally sell my staff badge to someone. They
Yeah.
walk around. I'm Joel.
Think we get $1,000 for that? And that'd be enough to fly to Vegas.
But the badge doesn't grant you anything.
Well, no, don't tell them that. They don't know that.
That's not
Staff
true.
badge
It
just
gives them,
identifies you.
grants them to the special secret room.
Yes.
Yeah, the special secret room. It's in the basement
It's in the
of the
basement.
Alamo.
The Alamo.
Yeah. It's
Man,
very, very
Yeah,
soon.
it's crazy, man. It's on top of us.
Yeah,
Are you doing okay?
Yeah,
Are you looking for gray hairs right now?
I've got them. I feel like I've lost years on my life.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
hope
be
so.
cool.
I'm like, yeah, we've put a lot of hard work into it. And now it's just like, it's we have now we're in the phase where we have these super long logistic meetings.
Yeah.
I was explaining this to someone the other day.
See,
It's
that's rough.
it's like, okay, we're gonna put a table here. Okay, where? How many feet away from here? How many feet away from there? Okay, where are we gonna run the power cables? We're gonna drill a hole in the table. Okay, how big's the hole? Okay, where do we get the drill? Where does the drill plug in? Who's going to do the drilling?
No, that's
what time is the person going to do this?
This
It's
is honestly
true.
no exaggeration
no,
at all.
it's true. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
What
yeah.
color is the table? What color's the drape around the table? What are we going to do about the sawdust after we drill? It's like every single little detail now is
You
like
and I
being
sat in
hammered out.
a logistics meeting on Friday, I think, for what, 3 hours?
Yeah, it was
And that was
long.
just going over Thursday and Friday.
I was there too.
How's
Oh,
the,
yeah, and Jack. I
Thanks.
forgot.
how's the Achievement Hunter booth looking?
It's actually looking pretty good, man. We lined it up yesterday.
That's the meeting I was talking about where we're like, where's the table going to go? Where are the cables going to go?
Do you want
Yeah.
to explain a little bit about what the Achievement Hunter Lounge is going to
Yeah,
be?
sure, we can talk about it. So the Achievement Hunter Lounge is going to be sort of a laid-back area of RTX. It's going to be a place where you can come play some games. We're going to have setups with we're going to have dance. We're going to have Dance Central. We're going to have two Connect setups for that.
Are you going
'cause
to participate in that?
I will not, but I'm sure Miles will probably jump over and dance. We know people love that crap. So
That crap.
well, I'm not a big dancer. Dancing is crap for me, but anyway. We're gonna have a Halo setup, four Halo machines set up, playing Reach, playing horse maps. That I'm working on getting us some cool horse maps. We're gonna have a Minecraft pod of 4 Minecraft machines set up. That and we're gonna basically have the whole game set up just to run for the whole weekend, and then we'll probably make a video showing off what the final
You
You
should
should have like
Right.
competitive Minecraft where people like to kill each other.
You should have.
That's our Let's Plays.
You should have Gavin show up in disguise and start fucking up the stuff people are making. Like he shows up with that giant Jack
Yeah.
beard that Bernie bought.
and then
I can't tell if you're losing weight or if your beard is just getting bigger.
That's getting bigger.
Like the perspective is all off. I can't tell what's happening anymore.
Yeah, it makes you look smaller in comparison. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's good. I need to make my beard huge. And what else are we going to have? We're going to have some Trials Evolution there. So we have some Trials Evolution machines to play, and we're also having 2 machines set on the Impossible game because
Yep.
we love that game.
Yeah,
so
and you'll have Achievement Hunter personalities there
Yep,
throughout
yep.
the weekend,
Popping
talking
in
to
and
people,
out.
playing games.
we're going to be rotating in and out. So you'll be looking for us at the Achievement Hunter area, the Achievement Hunter Lounge area. Of
So let's say
RTX.
let's say you go to the Achievement Hunter.
You go to the
booth,
Achievement Hunter booth.
and there's a big line of people
Okay.
waiting to play games.
Okay.
And then the people who are playing the games go, Jack, 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 play the game with us. Mm-hmm. And then you have that moment where it's like, okay, am I going to cut in front of all of these people and like play the game because the fans want me to play the game, or am I not going to cut?
See, I'll jump in for a minute or two, but I don't stay. I don't play video games for a long time on show floors like that.
See, that's a real like dilemma for me.
Oh,
I feel
yeah?
genuinely guilty because I don't want to cut in
You
front
wanna
of people.
cut-
But
I'm
if
sure
people
no
want
one
to
would
play,
mind.
You just want to play Halo 4 the whole weekend, don't you?
I'm trying to work it in. Well, if I just stand there for 3 hours, do you think that would be cool?
Yeah, the staff badge lets you get in early, so technically you could be in the booth when the door opens.
That's true.
So you
Jack
could already
did.
be playing.
You'd be first in line.
Is he's committed us. He's trying to have this thing start off on the right foot for me and I'm happy to do this.
Okay.
But it's like we got to wake up at like 7 in the morning.
Well, no, we got to be awake
6 in the
earlier
morning.
than that.
We're gonna
Probably.
wake up like 6 in the morning on Saturday because they're gonna let us on the radio again.
Yeah.
And we're gonna broadcast from the convention floor in the morning.
Yeah,
from
well-
the convention floor for 2 hours from like 8 to 10.
Yeah,
on
so-
Saturday.
so, okay, so
we
Joe-
gotta, we gotta start setting up. Have you thought about the hole in the table? Who's gonna drill the hole in the table? Jack?
So
Do
one of-
they're gonna have a crew. They're gonna have a guy there. Like the radio people are gonna be like, Jeff, go drill the hole in the table. He's like, that's my job. They're gonna have it all together. They're gonna make us look unprofessional.
As Joel just said, we're going to be on ESPN Radio again, 104.9 here in Austin, Texas, and we're going to be broadcasting before the show floor is open. So if you're out in the line waiting to get inside, you can listen to Joel and I.
Because they have a booth.
They have a booth, and they're going to be on the show floor. And we're broadcasting from 8 till 10, which means the show floor will open while we're on the air, so you can come and watch us
It's
for the
going to
last
be very
hour.
different because like the first hour is going to be like, hey, blah, 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 and they're going to open the doors, and then people are going to just,
gonna be,
I don't know what's going to happen.
It's going to be chaos.
It's
It's going to be chaos. But
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
We've-
It'll be
we've
fun.
seen
They must really like you on the radio
Well,
because they
because
always
we-
have you guys back.
We go on there and they say talk about sports. And we go, we'll talk about sports. Not only will we talk about sports, we're going to tell you who's going to win, and we're right.
That's true. We said the Heat were going to win the championship. They
You're
ended
all
up
over
winning
it.
the
Really,
championship.
you predicted that the best team in the NBA was going to
Well,
win
this
the
is-
championship.
This
We didn't
is
know.
before Game 7 and of the Eastern Conference Finals. Before Game 7, when they were taking on Boston, people were like, "We don't know. Boston could win." It's like
Yeah.
Boston's not going to win.
No, Boston's not going to win that.
It's like sometimes you need perspective, where it's just like you just step back and look. It's like that's not going to happen.
No. Anyway, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's gonna be cool. People could like listen to you guys on the radio while they're waiting outside the convention.
Exactly.
hall.
So if you have your, I know they stream. I don't know if you can stream onto an iPhone or anything like that. Like if you go to ESPNAustin.com, you can find out more information on that. So.
Will Nerf stuff stick to your beard? Have Have you tried?
I haven't tried.
There's a dart over there. You want me to?
I'm
throw
sure.
it at
I'm sure
him
I
and
could
try?
put one in, like wedge it in. I don't know if you could shoot it in and get it stuck, but I
like
could
the episode
definitely
of Out of
place
This
it
Week
in.
Where you put the water down your beard.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
That was beautiful.
Those fucking
it's like
darts.
a waterfall of
Dude, those
glory.
darts are fucking everywhere. We get yelled at because cameras get knocked around, and then everyone's wondering like, why are cameras getting knocked around? And it's like
The mocap cameras.
If you walk in the back to the animators, they immediately start throwing darts at you, and it's like, well, shit, there's stuff flying around this room. Why are the cameras getting hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get yelled at. Then
Don't
everyone
knock
gets
the
yelled
cameras.
Those-
Don't bother the
I don't feel
animators.
bad. I don't feel bad. Like the animators can throw darts at me. I don't feel bad about that at all.
Yeah.
like that's fine. Like you're invading their space. It's
Yeah.
just nature. It's
Yeah.
like their nest.
But then,
and
but
so
then
they're like defeating.
but why the fuck are there darts in here? Why are there darts in the achievement
Maybe
office?
they're
Like,
good. They're a good throw.
Yeah, they curve it.
They're like tomahawk missiles.
It's
They
like
just,
that Wanted movie. They
Yeah,
curve the
they curve
bullets.
the bullet.
like you hear about the tomahawk missile. Like during the first Gulf War, they were talking
Yeah.
about news reporters driving around just like a tomahawk missile, just like following the road like above
God.
them. Just like,
Yeah.
that's got to be
Jesus.
daunting. So that's pretty impressive that they can do that.
yeah, that's pretty
Very
impressive.
impressive. They have great aim with those things.
Tomahawk Nerf dart.
I feel like you used to always hear about the Tomahawk missile back then, like 20 years ago. Now you never hear about it anymore.
No, you never. It's like that's a what? How much was it cost? I think it was like $1 million a missile.
It was something like it's between $500,000 and $1 million
In what
a
year?
missile. The
Early
90s.
90s.
Early 90s.
Oh, jeez.
$1 million a shot.
They could like fire it from a ship, and it would like go hundreds of miles and like precisely hit a target.
I mean, the amount of
Jesus
technology that's like we're gonna put a bunch of really high end technology in this thing, and then this thing's gonna do a bunch of incredible things, and it's gonna explode.
Well,
it's like a cool firework.
It's like
That's America, right? We're gonna take technology that is too expensive for any, and then we're gonna blow it up.
well, actually, the missile itself cost about $20,000, but then they stuff it with gold. So that's what makes them so expensive.
and then that makes
Double
it heavy,
gold
and they got to
versus
add more
single gold.
fuel.
There you go.
It's a vicious cycle.
It is a vicious cycle.
Speaking of America, I could spend my first 4th of July in America.
Hell yeah.
This coming.
Gonna blow some stuff up?
I'm surprised you haven't like burst into flames at this point,
Dude, it's
because
so hot outside. My God, how
It's
do you
supposed to
guys
hit.
do it every
It's
summer?
supposed to hit 106 today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
Yeah,
not
it's
leave.
the time of year where we're gonna just bitch about the heat like relentlessly again and be like, "Oh, you think this is bad? Remember last year?" Or
It's
remember
just a
2
funny
years ago."
comparison between
I like it.
the heat
Because
like this and the cold.
It's a strange satisfaction because it's like watching somebody new come in and suffer. It's like
So you're getting pleasure out
It's
of
like when you go to the
watching
DMV and you have to sit in the line forever and you wait for 3 hours and you get the headline and you look at that sucker behind you. It's like, look at you, you asshole.
It's
You sit in
literally-
3 hours, sit in that line, you sucker.
It literally feels like I'm walking into a hairdryer that's turned on. Like,
yeah.
you know when your hair... Well,
But
you
like
guys don't
You're
know
a
this.
girl, you like hair dryers. You do. You're a
I'm
girl
walking
with blowing
into
hair dryers all over the place.
The worst is when you like walk out and you can feel like the sun hitting your skin.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like a punch.
Like you can
And
feel
you
like
honestly feel like I got tanned already.
The
And that's
wor-
just like 1 minute outside.
No, the worst part of it is when you get in your car. Like, if
Yeah.
you sit in your
Oh.
car.
It's like a
out-
sauna.
Yeah. it's-
so. My car. I was in a small wreck last week.
Small wreck.
Oh.
So my car took some damage. It's getting repaired. So I've been having to drive this other car for the last week.
Yeah.
I was wondering whose that was.
This other car's not as nice as my car. My car has these solar-powered fans, so that when it's hot, it vents the hot air
yeah.
out, so the inside of my car never gets
shit.
hot.
Genius.
I forgot how hot a real car gets.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
It's like you get in there and it's like you have that conversation with yourself where it's like, am I going to start driving now?
No.
Or am I going to wait for the steering wheel to cool down?
Yeah.
And I'm always like, well, I'm just going to go for it. But it's like, I can't touch, turn left.
But the thing is, my car also has the remote AC start. So like 5 minutes before I leave, I turn the AC on. Then
You
I
are
go, and it's like so
genius.
cool.
spoiled.
Spoiled.
And then this car doesn't do that.
No, okay. I saw a video online that showed how to cool your car off, and what you're supposed to do is roll down your passenger window and then open your driver's door
Okay.
like 10 times and close it.
Let's
And
break
what it
that-
does
let's-
is
let's
blow
break
air
that-
through the car.
That would make me hot.
Let's
That
break down
that
this
actually
process.
makes sense.
You walk up to your car.
Yes.
You roll down one window.
Yes.
You then walk around to the other side of the car, open the door, and close the door repeatedly.
Or you have a car that has power windows, and you open your driver's door, roll down the passenger window, and then open and shut the driver's
See,
door
now
a few
wouldn't that
times.
process make you
Yeah.
hotter?
That's what I said.
Not really.
Why don't you just go in, turn on the air conditioning, and wait like 30 seconds until it cools down?
And also,
Inside the car.
Yeah, inside.
And also, you
Well,
look
then you have to-
ridiculous. Like, you're the guy in the parking lot. Like, what's that guy doing?
He's trying to make his car fly.
Yeah.
He's like flapping the car wings.
It's like, is that how you start those new Japanese cars?
It'd be awesome if it was a DeLorean.
you gotta wind it up.
Is it the eco-friendly version of the car? How does that work?
Did you see the Will I Am DeLorean?
No.
Like, so Will I Am is making a new line of cars, and he's made a car that's basically a future DeLorean. Or even more future DeLorean, I guess.
You know, I'm not sure that I want anyone from Black Eyed Peas in charge of making any stylistic choices for anything.
Well, they made
you
an
sure?
amazing Super Bowl halftime show.
They did.
I'm pretty sure. But just
I shook my
stop
head.
being weird. They just gotta stop being weird. Like the jumpsuits with the things sticking out of it and the things.
They're modern.
Well,
They're not modern.
Do you like those crazy future cars, like the Nissan Cube, like the one that has that window that kind of wraps around the back corner?
It's not for me, but I appreciate that someone is doing something different with a car.
That's my philosophy. It's like we have to go through that in order to get to the cool future cars.
But is it different? Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing they're doing with that specifically that I think is interesting is the asymmetrical design.
Yeah.
That's the big thing with that window going across.
I always love the idea of like Japanese engineers sitting in a room somewhere trying to figure out what the American consumer wants.
Yeah.
You know, and they just don't quite understand. You know, or they're just like this.
They're doing a pretty good job so far.
They're just this is the family funmobile.
They tell us what we want. They don't.
It's like
guess.
when BMW didn't we went through a period where they didn't put enough cup holders in their car. And Americans bitched, and now you get into a BMW, there's fucking cup holders everywhere. There's like cup holders coming out of the dashboard now.
And you know what they used to have in the early 90s? They had the timing belt, was it? They got rid of the belt and had a chain.
Right.
And apparently that fucking thing works so good that they got rid of it. Because a chain doesn't break. You don't have to change the timing belt if it's a chain.
Yeah,
And,
that thing would last forever.
It'll last forever.
And then
And so
they
now-
So why did they
replace.
change it?
It's cheaper to put a belt in, and when it breaks, they can sell you a new belt.
Oh.
If you put a chain in,
You're right.
it works forever.
It's a weird thing because, like, in other countries, like, or a lot of things, it's like they're going to make a product, and the product is good. In America, you make a company, and the company is good.
Yep.
Because the company is a machine that makes money.
They know how to make money. Yeah.
Where it's just like, you
That's
have that
absolutely true.
engineered...
Yes.
What's the term I'm looking for?
You're like
I'm doing screwdriver.
You're pantomiming
motion.
a screwdriver.
I don't know why.
This is the company.
Engineered
and this is the
screwing.
money.
Or you're starting a car. I'm not sure which one you're doing.
Engineered
know.
screwing. I was doing the door motion.
Oh, that's what
You're trying to cool your car down. So,
Fly away.
did you? I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at this, Jack, but I'm going to segue here.
Okay.
One of our sponsors this week is this GameMinder app, which is on the iPhone.
From Handelabra.
Yeah, and just came out on Android as well. And it's a pretty cool app. I saw it for the first time at PAX East, and it is basically a calendar app that lets you know about upcoming release dates for games and lets you specify which platforms you want to be notified of, and then it reminds you when those games are coming up, like at
That's awesome.
1 day, 1 week, 1 month intervals.
That's actually, that would actually help me with my work.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
really
It'd
fucking
probably help
handy.
everyone here with their work.
Yeah.
And it sends you reminders and stuff. Like, it's pretty cool. And then
Yeah.
it has like upcoming games. You can click on your search and it shows within a week, within a month, a year, all upcoming games.
You can even sort by like developer, genre, publisher.
That's awesome.
It's super neat.
It's called GameMinder.
GameMinder.
It's Game.Minder.
Hopefully there's something in that will help explain the Arma 2 titling.
The Arma 2 titling?
Like, what was the first one?
Oh,
title?
right. Yeah, Arma.
Arma 1, the fire...
No, that was
nothing-
Operation Flashpoint.
Operation Flashpoint. Did it
Yeah.
have the word Arma in it all? See,
I'm-
now,
I'm-
we need
I'm-
the app to help
I'm,
us.
I'm looking it up, actually.
So Handelabra is going to be at
So-
RTX, right?
Yes, they will be. So I see Arma 3 on here. I guess the app tracks games that are coming out. And it says Arma 3 TBA summer of 2012. So
And
TBA.
Arma,
they don't have a release date yet.
is Arma 3 just going to be DayZ?
I heard that they're incorporating it. But just
AZZ.
last plug, if you have an iPhone or starting this week an Android device, you should check it out. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I heard that the devs of Arma hired the DayZ modders to work internally.
Oh, that's awesome.
So now they're building the Arma 3 engine with better capabilities to accommodate DayZ.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat. One of the guys who works on the mod, who was one of the creators, sent me a tweet the other day. It's like, "Oh, I just heard the podcast. Love that you guys are plugging the game." I was like, "That's so weird."
That is very, very weird.
How many monitors are working on the game, do you know?
I don't know. I think the most the guy I talked to was named Michael, and I know there's another one, like the most high profile one. I think his name is Rocket. It's what he goes by on the internet. But yeah, that game is so much fun. We have 4 servers now that we play on that are constantly full.
Yeah.
It's really.
I still haven't
really
gotten a chance to
blast.
play.
Yeah.
Are you going to change our names to something more like there's the Notch and then there's Rocket and it's just like you're just like Gus.
Yeah,
You need to change it to like
Well, I feel like that's a holdover from like the old days on the internet when everyone used pseudonyms.
Yeah.
Like even when we used to do Ugly Internet and Drunk Gamers, we did. That's why Bernie used to be Busby.
Weren't you just Gus with a
And Jeff
capital
was
S?
G-Funk. Yeah, and I was always just Gus. Because I liked it.
So you were ahead of your time.
Yeah.
Joel, did you ever have a pseudonym?
Yeah, it's terrible.
What
It's
is
just
it?
my gamer tag.
What about you, Jack? Did you ever have a handle?
My first handle I used back when I was
the beard.
my dial-up date. Yeah, I was when I was in 8th grade with my giant
The beard. You knew you were going to...
No, my first nickname I went by was Crash. Because I loved hackers, and I like Crash Override is one of the main characters in the movie, and so I shortened it to Crash. And what else have I gone by? I went by Trivia DJ for a while, which was
Trivia DJ?
Trivia DJ.
Explain.
there was an IRC chat channel I would go to, and we would do like trivia stuff, like trivia nights, like movie trivia, and I would usually just like change my name to Trivia DJ, and then I would ask questions of people, and people would send me messages with questions, and I'd ask them
Now,
for the whole
if you
room.
didn't know the answer to the question, are you allowed to ask it?
No.
So okay.
So you had to know all.
So
Yeah,
you're a
so-
legitimate trivia guy.
Yeah. I love
Quizmaster.
trivia. Yeah, I'm a big trivia guy,
Came
man.
to us with a Geeksy drink.
Yeah, Geeks Who Drink.
And
Also
Jack
be doing an
kicked
event
ass.
at RTX.
Yep, we're
Yes.
throwing that event at RTX. It's going to be Saturday night, 8 till something,
Where's
Those
it
guys
at?
put on a great show.
at the convention center.
Convention? Oh,
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
How
should
many,
go.
how many people are allowed to...
I
200.
think the Geeks Who Drink wanted to keep it at about 200, so I think it's going to be 212 people that are be allowed to compete there.
Yeah.
Somewhere
That's
around there.
The tables of 6, I believe. Is
Yeah.
it?
Tables of 6.
And so the way it's going to work is basically it's going to be a first come first serve type deal. We're thinking about doing like teams, like you sign up in advance, but I don't like that because I don't like the idea of people not showing up. Like
Right,
if
yeah.
you want,
Causes a lot of chaos.
Yeah, if you want to play, you get there and you get there early and get your team together and grab a table and then boom, and
Yeah.
we'll fill up
Yeah.
the room.
And if you don't have a team, you can just show up and
Yeah,
be
yeah.
grouped
Just
with random
join.
people.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Just
And so-
hold up an LFG sign.
But yeah, those guys put on a great show.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So-
LF5M trivia contest.
Are they sort of...
Heroic.
Are they sort of like geeky-based questions?
It's going to be internet and Rooster Teeth themed based trivia.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be across the board, but there's going to be a Rooster Teeth whole category and some other stuff.
I might have a chance of winning this.
You should come.
You might.
I'm going to be there.
We can't participate if it's based
Well,
on...
no, I mean you can come with me because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be helping out with the show and stuff.
What are you
And
going to
then-
do?
Well, I mean,
They're going to ask the question, you're going to shout out the answer, aren't you?
Be like, I know that. I know it.
totally got it.
You're going to be that guy.
And there's there's quiz masters, so I'm gonna help out with that and see what I can do. I think it'd be fun, and like
there-
that's my kind of stuff. So.
Is there a prize associated with it?
I think so. I don't know if we really
would
talked about
assume.
that, but we'll figure out something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get prizes
A
for
$5 gift certificate for the Rooster Teeth store.
Yeah.
If anything,
Hey.
it's like bragging rights. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're the winning team.
Maybe
RTX.
maybe I'll buy drinks for the winning team if you're of age.
No, is there a secondary contest for whoever drinks the most?
No,
They get second place? No.
People have been asking about age limits for that. I believe there are no age limits, but again, you have to be 21 to
Yeah,
buy.
you
If
have
you're,
to be
under,
21.
if you're under 21, you're a geek who drinks soda.
Yeah. And obviously, no underage drinking at the
Or the
convention center.
tiers of
Your
your
ass will be
losses.
booted out
Yeah.
as quick as possible.
That is illegal and against the rules.
Yep.
Yes.
So we should also speaking of rule type stuff. So we mentioned this last week, but we should probably mention it again. Rooster Teeth, our office is closed the week before and after RTX.
Closed.
Sorry,
Yes. We'll be spending too much time at the convention center. This is
Yeah.
the last week I'll actually be in the office.
Oh, yeah?
Almost all of next week I'll be at the convention center.
Starting
Can
with
I hang out with you?
Yeah, you can come hang out. I'll show you like
If you want to
the
work.
secret passages,
I wanna
the
know.
secret innards of the convention
Yeah.
center. I know everything about the convention center now.
Wow.
Oh,
I know
nice.
like where every door goes. I've been everywhere in that fucking building.
Well, this is good. Now you have advantages for other conventions that take place there. You know,
Yeah.
all
yeah, you
the,
could find
the
their
back
secret
ways and all that stuff.
door.
Yeah.
Can you get to the catwalks? Are there catwalks?
No, there are not any
Oh.
catwalks in this convention center. The cool thing about this convention center, and this probably only people who are exhibitors would care about this, is that there are no support pillars on the exhibit floor.
Oh wow.
Like it's all unobstructed, which is awesome.
How do they run like electricity on there? Is it like a subfloor?
Yeah,
See, this is gonna be really boring.
There's pockets cut into the floor, and everything, all the power and data is run through the pockets in the floor.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So that's good. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think they'd think that one through,
Yeah,
probably,
yeah.
right? You know, you'd think.
It's a nice convention center.
There's also like plumbing and water run through those pockets as well. So if you wanted a water fountain in your booth, you could get. If you wanted a
Wow.
toilet in your booth, you could
Whoa.
probably get that.
Wow.
Wait, it might be too small for a toilet. You could probably get a sink.
Next year, I want a booth that just has a toilet. And it's going to be
It might
my
be
booth.
it might be a number one toilet only. It might not be able to accommodate the deuces.
Only.
Don't tell Mega 64th. Good God. But yes. So our office will be shut down to the public next week and the week after. So
Yes.
But our toilets will be open.
we still love you, but please come to RTX. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, meet us there. That's where we'll be.
Yeah, we're all going to be there, so
It's going to be crazy.
Did you get the guy at Chipotle's ticket situation worked out?
I don't know. I forgot about that. I hope I did. If he emailed or whatever, it's been taken care of. So
I mean, I went to Starbucks yesterday, and I'm sitting there waiting for my drink, and some dude next to me is like, "Yeah, I'm glad they finally moved the fucking trailer." And it's like, I guess he was listening.
Yeah.
He was listening to the podcast, and it was like it was a total stranger or whatever, and he was like another guy, and it's just I have to watch. I take back everything I said in the last podcast.
Wait, what trailer did they move? What?
But he was bitching about that
I was
trailer
bitching-
that
I
was
was
parked
in
outside of
Starbucks.
Starbucks that was taking up like 3 spaces.
Oh, okay.
He was like, "Yeah, the fucking."
He wants to eat his face.
Okay.
See, that was all. God damn, that was. See, something terrible happened there, and what the terrible thing that happened?
Joel went dark last
He
week.
did.
See, I'm always nervous. Like now, like you said, the guy came up to you at Starbucks, right? And it's like, "Oh, I'm glad he moved the trailer." I'm always nervous to do anything in public now because I'm afraid, like, what if this is embarrassing? Like, what if something embarrassing happens and someone recognizes me? Like, what if I'm buying Preparation H at the fucking pharmacy and they're like, "Oh, hemorrhoids, Gus, huh? You gonna talk about this on the podcast?" And be like, "Really?" You know, like, it's already bad enough. The pharmacy I go to, the pharmacist, watches Rooster Teeth stuff. So I'm like, "Hey, I'm here to pick up my stomach medicine so I don't die." And he's like, "Oh, hey, you need the stuff for Rooster Teeth, huh?" I'm like, yeah, I guess.
I'm already
whatever.
paranoid. I thought people were watching me before all this happened, so
Yeah.
now this is not. This is not good.
It's really weird.
Actually, I guess.
Oh, shit!
Oh,
So
no.
speaking of the pharmacy,
Whoa.
okay. So
Okay.
yesterday I went. I wasn't. It's
Just
that.
got really excited.
Yeah, it
to tell
is.
the
So I
story.
walked into the HEB over there at the Hancock Center.
The Club HEB.
Yeah, and I walk in, and I immediately take a right to go to the pharmacy. If something to think about it, and I didn't see, but right there's like a little wall right there, and as soon as I take that right to go to the pharmacy, fucking Billy is sitting there.
Who?
The one-legged homeless guy
yeah.
who owns this his other fucking leg still.
He still has it?
He still has that leg, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And he looked at me and started trying to. He obviously didn't recognize me, but he started trying to talk to me again, and I said, "Nope," and I turned around and let him walk right back out.
Did he ask who your boss was?
No.
He'd always ask that whenever I
That's
walk by.
$20.
Where's your boss?
He was in an
Where's your
animated
boss?
adventure.
He was.
Like one of the early ones.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
And I fucking ran into him again.
Jesus. Well, he's still alive.
But,
That's good.
Still
I
alive.
guess.
Still got one leg.
So now the coincidence is happening to you.
That really wasn't a coincidence.
Yeah.
Just weird to run into him.
Dude,
Yeah, I know.
I hadn't thought about that guy in forever.
Man, I got spotted at a movie this past week. I went and saw Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, which I really, really like.
Is that based on a true story?
It is.
cool.
And,
Absolutely.
And when I walked outside, like this, I used the restroom. I came out and there was a fan there, and he was huge. He was like 6'8", this big dude.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he was a big guy. And he like I guess his brother and his family, like they were all just giants, huge people, but very friendly.
They come from the hills.
So it had been a while since I've been spotted in public, so it was nice.
That's cool.
That's what they say.
You know,
They said they were fans.
Cool. Shout out.
if I'm 6'8" or anywhere in that neighborhood and I'm a big guy, I am just going to go work out all the time. And then I'm going to go play football or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make millions and millions of dollars, and it's going to be great.
Well, get on that.
I mean,
So when are you gonna start
I
doing
don't know
that?
if you're like a big super big guy. I'm not big. I'm like 6'1".
Yeah.
I'm small. But it's like if you're a big dude, it's like I wonder if they had like a weird sense of like
So when
like
you
guilt or like, oh, I should have like once you get old enough to realize how bad life sucks,
Yeah.
you're like, I should have just learned to kick a ball.
So
every
once
day.
you're,
seriously,
once you're like a teenager and you start experiencing that growth spurt, you're like, oh shit, I need to start working out.
Yeah.
I can parlay this into millions of dollars.
well, that happened to me when I was a kid. I was 5'9" by the 7th grade, so everyone's like, you gotta play basketball.
So you started working out.
I started playing basketball, and I played basketball for 6 years.
Yeah,
Because I was tall. I
did-
got, like, pushed into it.
I did not know that.
I did.
if you're in junior high or elementary school,
Keep hitting that table.
and no matter what side, this is because they need to know that Banyan needs to get to. If you were in that, see, you derailed me.
If
See, I was
you're- if you're-
passionate.
if
I
you're-
want
if you're-
still have to get it out. Sorry.
So I was as tall as I am now when I was in 8th grade. Like the summer between 7th and 8th grade, I got this tall.
Jesus.
So at the start of 8th grade, I was this tall. The fucking basketball coach at my junior high would come to my house every day. I'd be like,
See,
I
that
can't-
actually worked on me.
I'd be like, I can't play. He's like, no, you gotta sign up. Just come on,
And
come
you
out.
didn't, and you didn't.
I didn't. I should have.
And what was
You
your
missed out.
excuse? It was
I
too
was a
hot
big,
out.
I was a big fucking nerd. That was my excuse.
That's no excuse. If you're in elementary school or junior high and you're young, and you're listening to this right now, and I don't care what size you are, go out to a fucking field, get a fucking ball, and kick that thing between two trees.
Get all the balls.
Keep doing that. Keep kicking that effing ball. Just don't stop kicking the ball. Because even if you're not big, you can go be a field goal kicker.
Yeah.
And being a field goal kicker is way
that
better
fucking ball,
than being in
kids.
real life.
Just kick all the balls to see which one sticks the best. Which one feels right?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, just keep kicking.
Yeah.
Kick.
Just
Don't
not
stop.
soccer.
No,
not
no,
soccer.
no testicles. Other than that, go for it.
Kick those balls, kids.
It's sort of like the weird thing if you have a little kid and it's like like those parents who are like too rough on them
Yeah.
in sports or whatever. And it's like, I guess the other... I'm totally derailed now. Go ahead. You were going to say something, weren't you?
No.
Have you noticed how much ESPN has been pushing soccer lately? Like, I don't know if you watch ESPN at home, Gus. Like, you actually,
No.
you secretly enjoy sports, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah,
Secretly.
like,
And
They have a...
Mommy,
and
no,
I fucking love soccer.
do you really?
Yes.
The thing that is great about soccer, especially nowadays, right here and now, is as an American watching soccer, is you're really hoping for the soccer riot to break out, right? That's what we all
I think
want. It's
Americans
like,
are too lazy to soccer riot, though. That's a lot of rioting.
well, no, it's like they were Greece was playing Germany in a tournament called the Euros. How ironic is that?
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, this is great. They're going to murder each other. This is just to watch and just it's powder keg.
I feel like soccer has the highest ratio of like nothing happening, but the most excitement.
But that's like the counterbalance. It's like you wait for that goal, but
I
when it
guess.
happens, oh my god, fucking
yeah.
end of the world.
If you like soccer, I don't know why you don't like rugby or Southern Rules football more.
It's
I think
different.
I would like rugby. There's no easy way for me to watch it, and it's hard to get started. Like soccer, I've been watching for a long time, so that's fine. I'll go out of my way to watch a soccer game. Rugby, there's no easy access for me, so I can't get started on it.
It's true.
Or you're just not trying hard
I'd
enough.
love to watch Aussie rules football too.
But I feel like those are such different sports, rugby and soccer. Like that those are not related.
Yeah, but they're still sports. I'd watch them. I mean,
Do you watch hockey?
no, I'm not really into hockey. I'm also not really into basketball.
In my mind, there's no sport other than hockey.
I'm
What
not
about
really-
You played fucking basketball for 6 years, Barbara.
I don't like watching basketball though.
But-
Here's the problem with basketball is that nobody can figure out what is a foul and what's not a foul.
I
That's
know.
true.
No
Well,
effing
it
Sometimes
sense.
it works in your
depends
benefit.
who paid the ref more.
It makes it's like there was that 60 Minutes interview with the corrupt NBA referee
Yeah.
who was like, yeah, I was cheating, I was fixing games, I was calling it, yep, I was doing this for years. It's just like, oh, well, okay, this is the one guy they caught and I guess there's no one else. And it's just like, you know it's out there, you know it's corrupt, you know it's easy to fix. You watch games, there's calls that don't make sense. It's like, and it's just like that guy just appears, just like, okay, whatever. Don't look at that guy. Don't pay attention to him. We'll just,
That's any subjective thing in any sport. Like, I mean, like
it's true.
I mean, we're at a point now, like especially like baseball. Like Joel, you've gotten me into baseball now. After you're a huge Ranger fan, and now I'm like, okay, I'll start watching some games. But like strike zones, how come strike zones can't be like laser judged or something? Like
Right.
we have the
Yeah.
technology, and it's like
they have to be.
yeah, and like just, so we have a consistent strike zone for every player because it really is just an ump going.
so
Oh,
it's-
sorry, is it,
They'll
Fucking lasers.
they'll disguise it. I mean, they totally should.
Yeah.
They won't do it under the guise of tradition.
Yeah.
That's
Screw
the reason
that.
they want. But screw it.
Screw
they
that.
have technology. We can improve it.
And like, you know what? Don't touch it at like lower levels. Like, like if you want to play, like t-ball, sure, fine, to keep everything the exact same up to like college.
No, the T-ball kids must buy the laser guidance system and the Tomahawk missile.
But then at a point where it becomes a professional sport, it really needs to be like you need to have professional technology.
When you are paying athletes millions of dollars to play a game, you should invest in ways to improve the rules.
Yeah.
The reason why we like sports is because it's action, not words, and it's not perception based. It's you hit that line and you didn't hit that line.
Yeah.
And it's just like it should be that way.
You know, you
Yeah.
can solve this problem.
But then
Watch hockey.
Lasers could solve all of these problems.
But then it gets subjective, Like anytime you have subjectiveness in it, because of a ref, that it just takes away from something.
when we were going to do the thing on the radio, somebody on Facebook was like, "I dare you to incorporate sports, video games, and financial stuff into one thing." And
I'm sure-
Did you do it?
yeah, like Kurt Schilling's video game company went bankrupt.
Man, in one sentence. In one sentence.
Wow.
Like that week,
That's
it was
impressive.
like he did that for me.
Yeah.
He bankrupted his company, and now he owes like the state like millions and millions of dollars because he got all this
Shit.
funding.
Their game was actually pretty good. The Kingdom of Amalur, or whatever. It was actually a pretty neat
Yeah,
game.
I've heard it was really well received, really well reviewed.
But I guess I don't know
Oh, is
how
it
they
out?
got. Yeah, it's out. It's been out for a while. But
Is it on the 360?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they just got
So they
over their heads.
released the game and then went bankrupt,
That's too bad.
and nobody bought the game, and it's good.
I think they just.
Yeah,
I think they got in debt trying to like make the game, and then it didn't sell as well as they needed it to
Plus,
sell.
they were negotiating the rights for the sequel, and they were looking to secure money from a publisher. But then, like the accusation now that Kurt Schilling says is the governor of Rhode Island made statements about the financial standing of his company. So the publisher then got nervous and pulled out of the deal. So he didn't get his money, and the
Ouch.
studio closed.
That's an ugly situation.
So I get the feeling that he may file some kind of suit against the governor or the state
Wow.
for talking about the finances of his company and screwing his deal and making his studio close.
Man, that sounds like a whole ugly situation right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
I heard
all
that he put all of his personal money into it, and he's tapped supposedly, which is sad. It's awful.
Really?
Yeah.
God, Zoops, man.
Can he sell one of those bloody-
Supposedly, I mean, according to the books, he put like $50 million out of pocket
Holy
Jesus.
into the company.
Can he sell one of those bloody socks for a couple $1 million in the World Series?
I forgot he did that.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there's people who would buy it.
I think it's in the Baseball Hall of Fame, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's sad.
And kind of gross.
Kind of.
Okay, I got something I want to say here. I want to say thanks to Bing.com for support of this podcast. Bing. So we're heading out to PAX in Seattle at the end of August, like we do all the time. And one of the things I do here at Rooster Teeth is I have to plan our travel. So you can go to Bing.com to plan a trip, and I can tell you the Bing.com/travel is like the best way to buy a plane ticket. We'll talk more about that in a second.
Yeah?
They're not paying me to say that. That's my personal belief. But so you can go to Bing.com to plan the trip. You can just enter Seattle, click search, and check through the results. It pulls up your flight selector and price predictor, which predicts if the price of your ticket's going to go up or down, and
my
advises
God.
you whether or not to buy or to wait,
Genius.
which is awesome. We'll
It's
talk
like
more about that in a
it's like
second
the
too.
stock market.
So, as I've been saying over the past few weeks, Bing's gone social, and it shows you showed me what my Facebook friends like in Seattle as far as like hotels, restaurants, things like that. And they're people I know on my Facebook list, and it can also surface people on Twitter to help get you more knowledge about your search. And so I just want to say thanks to Bing for making my travel decision for Seattle easier. So check out Bing, try connecting your Bing account to Facebook, and see how it brings together topics we can share. So thanks again to Bing for supporting Rooster Teeth.
That's awesome.
So you're a big fan of their travel searches?
I'm a big fan. This is off the sheet.
we are off the sheet.
And I mean,
this
if
is me
anyone is an
talking.
expert on traveling, it's you.
That site they have, that Bing.com/travel, you can enter various cities. You can do multi-city. You can do very standard stuff for any travel site will do. But what they do is they search the prices on the airline site. They search the prices on travel sites like Orbitz, Travelocity, Expedia, and then they'll show you the price difference for all of them, and then you can pick which site you want to book through.
Oh, cool.
It also has that price predictor, which tells you if the price is going to go up or down, and the percentage chance that it'll go up or
Love
down.
those things.
God, that is crazy.
It's really a fucking phenomenal service.
I wonder what some mathematical formulas is behind some of that stuff. I mean,
I've heard an interview with the guy who developed that system. I guess he did not work for Microsoft. He was just developing this, he was just collecting decades of flight data and prices and was just trending it all himself. And then Microsoft found out about it and bought his company just to acquire all that
that's
data
right.
and that trending.
Yeah.
And then they incorporated it into the price predictor.
That's cool.
I love dudes like that. Where
Yeah.
it's just sort of like, I mean,
He's
it's
like-
like either genius IPO guy or is he in his basement just tracking all inflation.
It's like he's going to build the mother of all spreadsheets.
Exactly.
He's either going to be
I just need more
insane
information.
or rich.
Where's one place you want to travel that you haven't been yet?
I know.
Where?
Australia.
Yeah?
I would love to go to Australia.
Got
And
it.
I've been passed over
We have,
every
a, we,
goddamn
have a,
time.
we have a company policy that Jack is not allowed to go to Australia, and we have this inside joke where we think it's really funny. Where it's like, who wants to go to Australia? Not Jack.
Hilarious.
This is the No Jacks Club.
Yeah.
They already have Kangaroo Jack. They're
Yeah.
good to go.
There's one Jack already in there.
What about you, Barbara?
I've never been to anywhere in Europe. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to go somewhere in
I live there, but it's been a long time since I've been there, and I would
Yeah.
really like to go back there. And now I find myself, it's like I want to go back there before the whole thing blows up.
Where in Europe did you live?
I live in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, let it blow up, then everything's going to get real cheap.
Yeah.
That's true.
And crispy.
And I don't know. Also, it's going to get third
You'll
worldish.
be like, I want to pay with this euro. And they'll be like, we don't take that anymore.
And it's like that's devalued now.
That's the
also,
old money.
Also, we're going to mug you now if that's cool. I mean, that's what it's going to turn into.
I've always wanted to go to Iran.
Really?
Really?
I think that'd be fucking awesome.
Why? What is wrong with you?
No, like a political situation aside, it's like the Persian Empire was based here. Like this is a thousands of year old mighty empire.
I absolutely agree with what you're saying. Like, if you look at Turkey and like that, they had their golden age, and like math and numbers came from it. And they had an incredible golden age in that whole area of the world. But it's like that little sentence that you said. All politics
Yeah.
aside, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, well,
So where would you want to travel politics on side?
politics on site. I'd still like to go to Iran.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I could swing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I went to Israel.
I'll
a couple
grow my
summers
beard out
ago.
like Jack.
It was awesome.
Yeah, but Israel's a lot easier to do.
Probably.
Yeah.
How was Israel?
It was amazing.
Yeah?
It was the most beautiful place I've ever been to in my life. Just
Really?
everywhere you look is like a picture.
No wonder everyone's
Really?
fighting over it.
It's like an oasis.
I like to go to Tokyo as well.
Tokyo's
which
awesome.
Gavin and Bernie are there right now.
Yep.
Bastards.
Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah, Bernie sent me an IM this morning.
Oh, yeah?
It said, "Sup, slut. Tokyo's awesome."
Did he respond? Did you say anything back to him?
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, cool. What have you seen?" And no response.
He sent me a picture from his hotel room of outside, and I sent him a picture back of me in the office, like smiling super big, like, "Look at my view. Be jealous."
You should have sat in his seat and been like, "What's up? This is my desk now, bitch."
I actually do have a picture of that.
We're trying to figure out what we can do to Gavin's desk. Like, we got to do something to it before he gets back, and just to destroy it or ruin it in some way.
it on the podcast.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
know. I'm saying we're thinking of something. I'm not going to tell what we're thinking
Just
of.
take it out of there.
Well, what about you, Joel? You didn't answer. Where do
Just
you
light
want
it
to
on
go?
fire. I don't want to go anywhere.
Really?
I mean, I've been pretty much, that's not true. I want to go somewhere.
I want to go somewhere.
You go to
Somewhere in
Vegas.
the Caribbean.
Go to Vegas.
Somewhere where gambling is legal.
How about the Barbados?
I'll go, yeah.
Why did I say the Barbados?
the Barbados?
Dude, Turks and Caicos? That's really, really
I would like to go
nice.
to Hawaii or Jamaica or any of those places and just sit on an effing beach. I want to
Yeah.
become a Corona commercial.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I've always
That'd be
wanted to go
awesome.
to Hawaii as well. So we should take a company trip there. Anybody?
We should go.
Anybody?
I don't know if we should just be a company trip, though, because it's going to be...
You want to get away from these
that-
people.
that's the whole, yeah.
After PAX, Penny Arcade does that trip to Hawaii.
Yeah.
We should organize some kind of RTX trip.
We should.
Yeah.
We'll do
how about San
we'll do
Diego?
like a side quest.
Hey, San Diego.
San Diego's awesome. San Diego...
San Diego-
They're bitching because they have to go to Comic-Con right after RTX.
No, I'm cool with it.
I'll go.
I want to go.
If you
there.
need me to go, it's probably too late.
No,
at this
I
point.
think we're set.
Yeah, these are you have 97 people going to these conventions, which...
I'm very excited to go to San Diego.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
San Diego's
And
beautiful.
we're next to Mega 64 this time,
I'm
too.
very excited
You
to be
are?
next to Mega
Yeah, we're-
64.
Our booth
Yeah.
is right next to them.
At San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah, they
we're right
moved.
next to them.
I don't know which spot they took. I don't know if they took the one behind it. I think Spike and Mike used to be behind us,
We're
right?
in a corner booth, and
Yeah.
they're next to us.
So
I don't know what
I
that
guess those
means.
poster guys, they must be gone.
Yeah.
I'm,
What happened to those people?
Maybe they
Guess his eyes
merged.
are like...
No, because like shit doesn't move on that floor.
Yeah, I know.
Like we had to trade to get our current booth.
Maybe they
We
died.
used to have
traded.
another booth further down the aisle, and we traded with Scott Kurtz. So where Scott Kurtz is now, that used to be our booth.
Oh, really?
And we traded with him to get the corner of where we are now.
Usually you have to wait for them to die,
Yeah.
and then it's like season tickets for the
Yeah,
Redskins.
you have to wait for companies to go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Like there is no more room. Like you are set.
Because Mega 64 used to be over by the gaming stuff on the other corner by
they
Hall
were,
H.
They were out of place.
Yeah, they were way out of place. So now they're next to us. Apparently, that's what.
I'm super excited.
Like the last time I went 2 years ago, they were like next to the booth for Red Faction. Like there was this giant monster booth, and then like the 10x10 for Mega 64. It was like so weird.
And they live in San Diego.
Yeah.
So it's their turf.
God, San Diego is gorgeous. It has all the great weather of LA without being LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you get
That's
all
what
the
I hear.
good part of LA with it not being LA.
And is it apparently like right by the water or something, the convention center?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, I mean it's
awesome.
It's
it
on
is
Harbor
gorgeous.
Drive.
Ooh, fancy.
and next to Camp Pendleton.
It's going to be my first time there.
Yeah.
I'm psyched.
This is my second Comic Con. I'm excited.
Yeah.
San Diego's beautiful. Comic Con is a lot of work, but San Diego's so awesome.
And the
it was a
baseball
great
stadium's
city.
right there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Like right
Every
across the
year
street.
that I went, I was always like, we should just go watch a game.
Yeah.
We should just let's just delay setup. Let's just go watch a Padres game. It's right there.
Yeah, it's just
I've
right there.
never done it.
So what is Comic Con? Does it open? There's preview night Wednesday nights.
Wednesday
yeah,
night.
that's
And then
that's when
Thursday,
things open.
Friday, Saturday,
So
Sunday.
you and I
Yeah.
fly out probably Tuesday.
Yeah.
We got to take Barbara to Vegas.
I need to go to Vegas.
We should take a bunch of people to Vegas. Yeah.
We need to take Carrie to
Carrie
Vegas. He's
and-
21 now. Take Barbara to Vegas.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm about
And,
to be 23.
Jesus Christ.
know.
And you're not married yet?
So old.
Shit, fucking
I know.
old maid over
Not,
here.
you're not pregnant? Come on. What's going
So
on?
we're going to a
Oh,
bunch of...
hey, too far. Not cool.
Well, she's in America now.
No.
So-
We're good.
Cut that. I have a new stick now.
So we're going to a bunch of events this summer.
We are.
We're
Are
going
we?
to... Well, we got Comic-Con, we got RBBTO, we have Fan Expo, we have PAX Prime, and I think that's it.
I hope
That's not too many.
I hope I filled out the Fan Expo paperwork.
Uh-oh.
We should look
Whoa.
into that
Yeah,
after
we
this
should.
podcast.
Maybe we're not going to Fan Expo.
Hey, speaking of which, Gus, you have less responsibility now.
Yes, I somehow suckered Adam into taking over my tech duties here at the office.
That's cool.
So that is now Adam's domain.
I walked into your office yesterday,
Okay.
and I was like, "Hey, I have this technical thing, and I'm not sure how it can be done." And Adam looked at you, and you looked at Adam, and Adam goes, "Oh no, man, that's so hard. That just can't be. I'm getting that tech guy spiel,
Yeah.
where it's just like, you don't know, blah, 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 and then Jack walks in and goes, hey, just do it like this. And
Did that work?
It works fine.
Oh, great.
It works
Oh, yeah,
totally
you've done
fine. So
that.
I don't know what you guys...
So you figured it out, and our tech guy.
I don't.
The company
I told Joel how to do this
the company has
weeks
finally
ago,
gotten big enough.
and he's never listened to
The
me.
company's gotten big enough now where now we have employees that slow roll you. Where Adam, where he's got Star Wars open, he's like, I'm not sure. And it's like, man, don't give me a fucking break. I'm not sure.
He's trying to play you.
Damn.
It's a difficult request, but I'm glad you got it
He
worked
did
out.
it. Jack did it in 2 seconds.
I told you how to do it last week.
I was testing you.
And you were like, okay, we'll try it. And then
Well,
you were like,
I wanna
then
make
you
sure
were
it
like, Adam, how come this doesn't work? I'm like, dude, it works. And then I do it and it worked. And you're like, oh, yeah, this worked.
All right, cut that.
I'll be damned. You're right. Mega 64 is right next to us.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Fucking
That's San Diego
You
Comic-Con.
feel bad you're not going now, don't you?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
We're
It's too bad.
We're going to be high-fiving Rocco, Sean,
But now,
Derek.
when you want to take a break and walk around, you don't have anything to walk to. Because whenever I would
That's
take a break
true.
from our booth, I'd always walk down to the other end of the hall and go
That's
to their
true,
booth.
yeah. Go visit them, yeah.
Now, when you walk over, it's like, oh, hey, what's up? There's my booth.
You can check out the McFarlane toys. Like,
Yeah.
There you go. We
We.
a new Spawn figure, number 30.
Cut that. kidding. Joel's going to say it. I'm
This will be
going to say
the
it too.
shortest damn podcast.
Lindsay's getting so confused.
Hi, podcast time. Bye.
Bing.com.
When did
Candelabra.
Spider-Man come out?
July 3rd.
July 3rd.
I am not excited about that movie at all.
Aaron Flash linked something online or whatever. I was telling
Flash
Jack about
2000,
this.
he's one of our moderators.
And it was like a comic book strip, and it was like a picture of like Iron Man eating food off of a plate, and then like the next panel was like Batman eating food off a plate, and the third panel is like Iron Man throwing food at Batman,
Go
and
on.
then Batman throwing food at Iron Man. And the last panel is Spider-Man on the ground just like picking up the scraps. It was like so metaphorical.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd be more excited for that movie if RTX was not that weekend?
No.
No?
I don't get like Spider-Man. Like when the original Spider-Man came out, I like watched the first 20 minutes of it, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Nah, I can't digest this. This is not good." And that's it. I gave up on the entire franchise from that moment forward.
Are you serious?
That's-
I've not watched a single frame.
Dude, Spider-Man 2 is
I like
a great film.
Watching all the trailers and just like swinging around. It's just
Spider-Man
like,
3,
there's
however.
nothing. I don't
talk
understand what's
about
going on there. Is there anything compelling going on there?
Spider-Man 2? Absolutely.
I mean, if you're 9, I get it.
No, Spider-Man and
it's-
Spider-Man 2
it's
were
a good
good.
movie.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, not so
3.
much.
yeah,
Don't bother with
3
three.
fell apart. No, it's Sam Raimi. I mean, if you're a big fan, I'm a fan of Sam Raimi. Like, he did Evil Dead and Army
Yeah.
of Darkness. And
I
so,
mean,
like,
I
Spider-Man 2, they
like-
kind of let him off the hook a little bit and let him do some more fun, kind of creepy stuff with Doc Ock.
Well, that's cool.
In 3, they sort of, like, told him what to do, and it's terrible. And they're like, you need to include this character.
How
You need
many?
to-
How many of them are there now?
There are 3.
And now, there's only 3.
There's
Yeah.
there's 3 from the Tobey Maguire trilogy.
And now they're going to reboot it.
the rebooting with Andrew Garfield,
Yeah.
who is Zuckerberg's friend in Social Network.
And what's her
He
face?
hates Mondays. Garfield. Man, that totally crashed. Cut that.
No, leave it in.
I mean, it's to the point now where you're going to sit down for a superhero movie. You're going to get an hour into the movie, and then they're going to reboot the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they're going to
they're,
start over in the middle of. No, wait, we'll just start over.
they're already going to reboot the Superman franchise, right? They had
Yeah.
that one
They're rebooting Batman.
movie.
What?
Like in 3 years, they're releasing a brand new Batman.
Well, yeah, they did. This one in The Dark Knight Rises will be the third
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan one.
And they're starting a new series, like because
Do they know who's going to be Batman?
I don't think so yet, but they want to start a new franchise because Christopher Nolan's Batman is too dark to have because they want to make a Justice League movie because Avengers did so well, so they want to start linking all of the different DC characters. So it's like Flash and
Yeah, I mean-
and Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman.
Yeah, because The Dark Knight did so shitty at the box office. I can
Clearly.
understand why they want to retool
Yeah,
this
but, I mean,
formula.
But it's definitely a different tone.
I basically think have figured out the formula, and basically in the future, there's just going to be one movie. It's just going to be one movie, and they'll just keep redoing the same movie over and over again. It'll have all the superheroes in that movie.
No, there'll be different movies, but there'll be a movie for each genre, like action, drama,
It'll be like 5
comedy.
movies. Yeah.
Like, which one do you want to see today?
I like how your
I want
voice
to
changes.
see. I want to
for
see
each-
Comedy 3.
So they're, and they're redoing Total Recall, right?
Yep, with Colin Farrell.
Now is it the same exact?
I don't know.
Is it shot for shot the same?
don't
No,
recall.
no, it's not shot for shot. Oh god,
It's not shot for shot the same.
Ugh.
joke
No,
never
it's
gets old.
it's I don't even know if they go to Mars. Honestly, like the trailer doesn't say anything about Mars, and that was the whole. I mean, that was the whole point of Total Recall was get your ass to Mars.
I saw one scene from it, and the scene, like the dialogue, was like the same.
Was it?
But who knows? I don't know. Maybe
Well, I mean, it's John Cho. Is that his name? Like he plays the creepy dude with blonde hair who gets the guy into the recall machine. Colin Farrell into the recall machine. Nope. Okay, all right. Anyone else watch the trailer?
No, yeah. I know what you're talking about. So I was looking it up. Dark Knight is the number 4 highest grossing movie of all time.
What are the top
Wow.
3?
Avatar, Titanic, and The Avengers. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
yep.
That's incredible.
Dark Knight, number 4.
What do you think
I know-
Titanic...
Is Harry Potter up there
That's
on
why
that
I was
list?
like,
Yeah, it's
I
Harry
can't
Potter
believe
might
they
be
want
5.
to change the tone of the film when the movie they just released, the most recent one, is the number 4 grossing movie of all time.
And it's like one character. It's not the
Yeah.
group of characters and did that well.
Harry Potter,
It's number 5.
It's got to
isn't it?
be up there on the top 10. The
no,
Deathly
looking at
Hallows.
all-time
Deathly
domestic.
Hallows? Part
Part
2?
2?
Part 2's 15.
Wow, really?
Jeez.
So what's 6, 7, 8?
I'm looking at domestic.
Oh, okay. See, I was thinking worldwide.
So it's after Dark Knight, it's Episode 1, Star Wars, Shrek 2, E.T. This must be...
Shrek 2.
Okay, anyway, Pirates of the Caribbean, Lion King, Toy Story 3, Spider-Man, Hunger Games,
Jesus.
Really?
Transformers, Harry
Dude,
Potter.
Hunger Games was a good movie.
Hunger Games pulled in $402 million domestically.
It's already gone, isn't it?
I
Is
think
it out of
it's
theaters?
out of the theaters, but it was a good
I'm
movie.
sure it'll be on
It'll be on
demand soon. Like I just watched 21 Jump Street finally on Zoom
Is
this
that
past
good?
weekend. It was better than I expected.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it in theaters like yesterday?
You know what Joel's excited for? Magic Mike. He's been talking about it like nonstop.
I've been-
Let's go see
No,
Magic
no,
Mike.
I don't know
I'm
what
excited
you're
for Magic
Last
Mike.
night in the Rooster Teeth sponsor chat, I played the Magic Mike trailer for everyone. I was like, let's go watch Magic Mike this weekend.
Gus and I were in the sponsor chat last night.
Oh, yeah?
And people were watching some videos that Gus was posting. Some of them were a little bit questionable, like
I got
at
yelled
Wally
at.
World.
Yeah, I played Wally World. I played the uncensored Tip Drill movie.
Nothing,
or
God.
video.
nothing questionable about Wally World.
Wally World, like what I played was less risque than the Wally World video.
Yeah, but this is also at like 2 in the morning.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
People should be at work.
You
I
have the Kate Upton.
I have the Kate Upton channel, so if
You
you,
actually have a room.
If you go to sponsor, what is it, /chat
It's roosterteeth.com/chat, and then you could see a list of the
/
rooms.
Kate Upton. That's
Yeah.
the best channel we have. It's a 30-minute loop of Kate Upton doing the Cat Daddy.
But yeah, I love those sponsor chats and the ability to embed a video.
Yeah.
I was
That's
demanding
power.
hipster cat for.
So
Yeah.
if
I'm
anyone
sorry, Jack. What was that? What were you saying?
go to roosterteeth.com /chat /Kate Upton.
Does that work, or is it just /chat and then you have to look for it?
I think do try that, Joel. See if that takes you right to it. And there's a 30-minute video.
It should be right there, on like near the top.
Yeah, if you just go to sponsor.
Anyway, so like if you create a room, if you're a sponsor and you create a room, do you have the ability to embed stuff, or
No,
is it
it's
just
only staff members.
Oh, okay.
But you could create a room and kick people out or make it private, whatever you want.
Cool.
So you have control over your room. in
Yeah,
that
there's
sense.
a bunch of cool rooms there. Like I know there's the DayZ rooms in there. and
Yes.
Sponsor chat's always hopping, and the Kate Upton chat is
It's
loads
always
of fun.
bouncing.
Yeah,
Created by Jack.
There are always people in that chat.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And Barbara, you're making what cupcakes in your chat?
Yeah. We talked about that, I think, last week on the podcast.
We should have a dueling cupcake
Yeah.
bake off.
I tried to bake, and I let people watch, unfortunately.
You can
How'd that go?
Pretty good.
Are you capable of baking?
I am. I'm
Are you?
officially a woman.
I'm not. The thing is that I'm not sure about baking because the result of baking is always bad. It's always going to be sugary, bad.
They weren't that sugary. They were like coconut pineapple cupcakes.
Nice.
So it's like using the natural sugars of the earth.
Of the earth. Sugar's a natural sugar of the earth.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
hate to tell you that.
Jack, I'm not going to lie.
It's not processed.
What's up, Joel?
That's a good.
That's a
like,
good-
You've done good.
Is it the one for
work
dancing?
here.
It's a good video.
The one for dancing.
And it's music too, so you can just like let it play and just let it keep going and going and going
And going.
and going.
I don't think the music's the
She's
important part of that.
That happy all the time because she knows how hot she is.
There's another video
So
of
she's
her.
just happy.
There's another video
It's
of
like,
her
look at her.
at a Clippers game doing the dancing to the Dougie, and it's like the most like it's
That's
the
your
hot.
favorite video.
It's like the hottest, most adorable thing ever. Like
Yeah.
somehow she managed to be like cute and incredibly
I
hot.
think after you left last night, people were asking for the Kate Upton video, that one, doing the Cat Daddy, so I embedded the Dougie one instead.
Oh, she's so cute.
Did you teach her how to Dougie?
I wish.
Winky face.
So she's only 19 too.
She's 19.
Or
yeah.
19 or 20, something like that.
Ew! Ew! Oh
What?
no! I don't like thinking about that. You looking at a 19-year-old
What?
dance
What?
naked.
She's not naked.
She's not naked.
Some people are more mature
Practically
than
naked.
others. She's mature for her age. We
I
can
just
tell
feel
by
like
the way
that's
she
way
dances.
too young.
Well, it's not my fault. I don't
Way
tell her
too,
how old
way
she
too
can
young for
be.
dancing.
How old is too old for you? What's the oldest guy you'd go out with?
Probably early 30s.
Early 30s, so 10-year difference?
Yeah.
So, aren't you a 10-year difference away from Kate Upton, Jack?
Nope.
I'm 30, so that puts her
11 year.
11 years.
So
Yeah,
why
she's
is that-
also
why
under
is-
21. It's different. I don't know.
I don't know. You got caught in a double standard there, Barbara.
What's it like there up on your high horse? Is it nice?
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's comfy.
Yeah.
Is it really hot up there?
She's under 21. It just weirds me out a little bit.
So if she was 21, then it'd be
it's
okay?
good that
She just
Barbara-
graduated high school. Think about that.
It's good that
probably go to
Barbara's
high
on the
school.
podcast because what you're expressing, I'm sure, isn't uncommon to like.
The girls listening.
Yeah,
Both of them?
you know.
Well, if you're in here, that means there's only one listener.
Shout out to the girl listening to the podcast.
Besides Lindsay.
But this is like
That's true. Shit.
this is like a debate, an eternal debate that will go on beyond us.
Joel's been derailed by this video. You're just watching that video.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, his eyes are trained in the upper left corner of his monitor.
That is where the video is. Look at you.
No, I can tell.
What's going on with YouTube lately? It's just like not playing.
It's paused. That's what's going on.
God damn it! But it's not paused. It's not paused.
There it goes.
It's not paused.
I will say YouTube has been going really, really slow. It seems like the internet in general has been going really slow lately.
I've been having a lot of problems with YouTube, too. I thought maybe it was
Yeah.
just me.
I switched
No,
over to
YouTube has-
Chrome, and then Chrome's
It's
helped a lot.
slowly like
but-
Twitter and YouTube lately have just been really having problems, and it's almost like, is this part of the larger?
I have no idea what's wrong with her.
Barbara's losing her shit.
Is this part of the larger
Because
plan
he's playing
to?
with the wire on his headphones around his face.
What? Okay. People do stuff.
Yeah, maybe
It's
we're...
really funny. I'm sorry.
Now you're making them
I
self-conscious.
do this every week.
He's looking at me in the eyes.
So you're saying there might be a larger problem with, like, infrastructure? Shut the fuck up!
Is this part of the larger
Gus is gonna
scheme
throw
to
a
start
chair.
charging us more money for bandwidth? Mm-hmm. Like this is what we're going to do.
Like, there's only so much internet.
First, we're going to start slowing things down a lot, and then we're going to be like, oh, so you got to pay for different structured plans. Otherwise, now you're freaking me out. You got to stop.
Sorry. I do it every week. Why are people freaking out now?
I'm fine with it. Go for it.
I've never seen you do that before.
Gus, I saw a movie that I think you would appreciate. More, and I told Joel about this yesterday. I think Joel would really appreciate it too. But you have Netflix Instant, right?
Yeah.
Conan
I
O'Brien
think you just lost it. What's
can't
going on
stop.
with you?
God
I
damn
hated
Joel.
it.
You hated that
I
movie?
hated Conan O'Brien Can't Stop.
Why?
It was boring as
Is it a
fuck. It just
documentary?
dragged on, and I felt it was too, like, self-serving.
It's a documentary about Conan O'Brien, like that period when he got laid off from
Yeah.
the Tonight Show and he was doing that tour. So it's basically a documentary about the planning and the actual event of that tour.
Oh, I think I did see that, and I hated it.
And it's-
I
yeah,
love
see,
Conan
it's
O'Brien.
not-
Me too.
Like, he's my favorite.
It's not
stand-up.
playing.
Joel's
It
not-
stopped playing.
If that video is going to stop playing, that's a fine video. Let it stop. Anyway,
Reload it.
I'm sure the freeze frame is fine.
So, but like no, in that movie, it's like he talks about how he's just like depleted, and he talks about like people like keep asking him to do things, and he's like even for example, like when he went to Bonnaroo, and he's sitting there, and like people are like, oh yeah, you're supposed to go introduce. He's like, I didn't sign up for that. He's like, well, someone did. He's like, well, where's that person? And no one knows.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of stuff that I see you deal with, and like I figured you would relate to that. And it's not the actual event that kills you; it's like everything before and after that kills you.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff, I
guess.
feel like that seems very relatable.
I guess it is, but I don't think of myself, or I don't think of us encountering situations like that. Even though we have encountered situations like that, I think like that's like a whole other level. Like that's like legitimate
Yeah.
issues.
But-
Ours are like,
No, wait, stop. What?
like I feel like I look at that like I don't identify with that.
Yeah.
With Conan O'Brien's
With like
movie?
that level of
Well, I mean, it's scale,
problem.
But I mean, it's like at the same time, it's like,
Well, you and I were talking about this. It's just sort of like, it's hard. You got to do this. You gotta do that. It's hard. You got to do this and that. And then it's like, well, how much is Conan O'Brien worth? And it's like, oh, he's worth $75 million. It's like, you have $75 million.
Yeah.
You don't have any problems.
We
There
looked
are
it
no
up.
problems.
Conan O'Brien's
It's
worth
like,
$75 million, and he makes 10
has to
a year.
travel from city to city in his private jet. In his private jet. You don't have to travel.
But he's
Stay in
paid
your
for it.
private jet. You don't have any problems. You have no problems. It's like that actor who dropped out because he wanted to be a rapper.
Who?
Oh,
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, and he made a documentary about
Yeah.
the artistic struggle of him going from being an actor to, and that was self-serving.
I don't know if
And
it's
it's
real
just
or
like-
not.
No, that was
It was-
no.
You don't think it was real?
No.
It couldn't have been.
I thought it was pretty real.
He's a jokester.
I thought he
because it was too lame for it to be fake.
No, like didn't he go back on Letterman afterwards and like plug it and talk about how he was in character before?
I think he.
I don't know if he
I
did.
don't think. I think if he was doing that, he was just trying to save face.
It may have been like he's like, oh, this is gonna be funny, and then no one found it funny, but like he was already knee deep into it, so it's like, I guess I have to keep doing it, and just gets
I don't think
just
so.
Does
goes-
that actually have to turn into this
yeah, it
character?
keeps going further and further down the rabbit hole, and then it's like until he's got buried in it.
Does it even matter? Does it
No,
even matter
not
whether
really.
it was fake or not? It was dumb. I mean, it was just, and the documentary was dumb. Like, how do you sit down and watch that documentary about yourself and then
Barbara is
Be
rubbing
like,
her
yeah.
face on her pop filter.
Who did that? Was it
Do it
Casey
everywhere.
Affleck who directed that or something?
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, just what I want to see is the relative of a famous guy directing. You know, it's just like
Wait till you see this new movie my cousin's making. It's gonna be awesome.
I don't know.
This podcast Gus's uncle's working on.
That's my uncle.
My uncle.
My uncle. Oh.
Oh, so last week, Jared Dan put out that scripted episode 50 animated
that was
adventure.
scripted?
Did not actually happen. So I thought that was people received it pretty well.
A lot of
People
people say
love-
it was their favorite one.
Yeah,
They love the
I
Bernies.
thought people would not react well to something that wasn't cut from the podcast because I'm very egotistical.
There's
But they liked it
Like-
just fine.
there's something weird about like stuff that you just don't like and you don't get why other people like it. You know, like there's something about that. Yeah, that's the video. That's a
Yep.
wonderful video.
There's a caboose shirt.
No, I don't
it
think it's
actually?
Caboose shirt.
No.
This week's animated adventure, which I haven't posted yet, is the telling of the story about Sway visiting our office in Buda.
Oh yeah.
Going in, walking into the wrong apartment.
That's some classics, man.
Yeah,
Old stuff.
some good stuff.
Is J.R. Dan's coming out for RTX, right?
Yeah, he'll
he
be
sure
here.
is.
Sweet.
He's actually doing a panel
Oh,
on the
nice.
Rooster Teeth Animated Adventures.
Cool.
I think I'm on that panel.
You are. You and Bernier are supposed to be on that
Okay.
panel as well.
Man, it's
If
like
we can figure out a way to get our animators into his work, then we got a video.
Jesus.
Or if we figure out a way to get his animation into season 10.
Yeah.
Well, it already was.
It already
was,
was.
First
Yeah.
episode.
Mark that off the list.
Yep.
Check.
Dang. But yeah, the whole panel schedule is posted on the website.
Yep.
Man, so, now that summer's here, summer is coming,
Brace yourselves.
Someone's coming.
we have this problem all the time where the fucking air conditioner in the front of the office
Oh,
breaks.
God damn it.
And
Oh,
it
yeah.
broke yesterday. And I guess because it's so hot, I called our normal service place and they're like, yeah, we can't get out there till Wednesday. I was like, what? It's Monday right now. And they're like, yeah, a lot of people calling. It's like, fuck. So we literally went down the list and we did a search on the internet and we went down the list calling every AC place and we're like, first one to get out here can fix it. We'll pay the first people to show up.
We have money. Take my money.
Yeah.
Well, I
then
mean, it can't be as bad as the AC breaking at the last office.
Oh god,
Because when the AC at the last office broke, it was like, when you're in Minecraft and you dump a bucket of water, it's the same thing that was happening with that old AC. It was like, oh, this is going to break. Water would just start pouring
Really?
out.
onto
Yeah.
the servers
Onto
too.
the servers, yeah.
Apparently, that's a big thing here with air conditioning breaking.
Pouring on the servers.
No, just air conditioning breaking.
well, it's
all the
it's
time.
so hot.
You
That there's
guess
like
it's, like,
always
constantly
strain on it.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
my air conditioner broke last summer, and I spent one. I could not fall asleep. It was so hot in my house. Like
Yeah.
I laid in bed on top of my sheets with 3 fans on me, and I was like, nope.
You and I
I'm not
talked about
sleeping
this
tonight.
yesterday. How both Jack and I just cannot sleep if it's hot. Like
Yeah.
it has to be cold in my
Yeah.
bedroom if
I'm
I'm going
kind
to
of
be
the same.
asleep.
I like cold. When I travel to hotels, I love turning the AC like way down. And
There's like a
it's super
ritual,
cold.
right? Yeah, go down there, 68.
So
put on, yeah.
I hate these new thermostats they have in a lot of hotels where they don't turn on if they don't have motion. So it's like when you go to check in, like no one's been in the room for a while, so it's
hate
like
that.
it
where
detects
are you
you and turns
sleeping?
on.
They have this obnoxious feature in other countries too, where it's like you go there and you have to put your key in this thing by the door to like sort of
Yeah, to turn the
everything
power on.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
massively annoying.
I've seen it too, where there's like timers on the ACs there. Where you have like it's like literally like an egg timer. You have to turn the knob, and it'll go for like 2 hours, and then it'll turn off.
Really?
God.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like a drive a person insane device, is what that is.
man.
I mean,
But yeah, so yesterday sucked. Like the Achievement Hunter office, we got one of those like industrial fans to try to blow some circulation in there. But I mean, there are 4 of us in there right now. There's 5 when Gavin's here, and I mean that room gets hot already. Then you kill the AC, it's just like it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So, and we also have a giant window right next to Jeff and Ray's desk. So,
I know if my AC ever goes out, I'm going to die.
yeah.
I
just
had
gonna-
that
I'm just
happen
gonna
in LA a lot when my AC went out. And it wasn't
You
as
died?
hot there. Well, it was like I had a ritual where it's like,
Rest
okay,
in
I'm going to
peace,
go
Joe.
take a cold shower, walk in the cold shower, and then just like, and then go, hurry up, lay down in bed and try and fall asleep before your body temperature rises.
You can't even do that here because it gets so hot that the cold water isn't cold.
It'll
I don't know if you've tried
evaporate.
to
No.
take a cold shower now, but the water's warm. It doesn't matter if you only have the cold water on.
Yep.
It's a nightmare. We should all go down to like Barton Springs sometime. Go hit the pool.
Maybe instead
man.
of Hawaii, let's do that.
Have you been
Post
to Bar-
RTX.
Have you
trip.
been to Barton Springs yet?
I have not.
Okay, so Barton Springs is a natural springs pool here in like downtown Austin, and it's really, really cold.
But you
Awesome.
went tubing.
I did go tubing.
Tubing is better than going to
But
Barton
the
Springs.
thing about tubing, and I had a really great time tubing. Me, Michael, Lindsay, and Gavin went, and we brought beer, and it was great.
But
But the place we went to, it was a little bit like rapid. So you know how your butt's kind of hanging out at the bottom of the tube?
Yeah.
There would be places where there'd be rocks. And so I scraped like my butt, my legs, my like all over because there's rocks everywhere and it would like fucking throw you all over the place in certain
That
areas.
has a lot to do with the fact that we had a drought like last summer that's really lasted until now, so the rivers aren't nearly as high as they usually are. So
It was like that
kind of sucks.
when we went. Was that last year?
We went last summer.
Yeah, it was
And
like
it was the
that.
same
It was just
deal.
there was no
Yeah.
water. Yeah.
I mean, I was expecting just a float down a river for 3 hours, but here it's like you have to like fucking
You have to paddle.
paddle and like get away from certain obstacles.
Have you been to Schlitterbahn yet?
No.
Oh, you gotta go to Schlitterbahn.
One time when I went tubing years ago, I saved a girl from drowning.
Wow.
She got knocked off
My
her tube
hero.
and was like pinned in a log under the water.
Are you
The river
serious?
was much higher back then. Yeah,
So it was like that scene in The Gray.
I
Except for you're
haven't seen the
successful.
Gray yet.
No spoilers.
Well, you lived it.
Yeah, I lived it apparently.
Wait, so what happened?
Like I saw her. She was a little in front of me. I saw her fall off her tube. Then I didn't see her come back up. So I jumped off my tube and went down. And her foot was caught in a
Jesus.
log underwater.
I saw a girl slip
Holy
and
crap.
fall into the water.
Wait,
It was really
wait.
funny.
You saw, and the girl got trapped, and you went and rescued her.
Yeah,
You saved someone's life.
I pulled her out from the log.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was younger Gus when he had the energy to do stuff like that.
Older guys be like, well, that's one less.
One less person to
Sucks
compete
for
against.
her.
Oh well.
God, I can't imagine like panic of being pinned underwater. Like,
I know a girl that drowned in the flood. Like she was in a car. She tried to cross a river. The water overtook the car, started filling up inside the car, and she was in the car and sitting there, and she was trapped. And she was describing that moment where she was just like, "I'm trapped. I'm out of oxygen. There's nothing I can do, and it's just like I just have to." Like your body's just like I have to breathe in now. It's like she hit that moment where it's like I just have to breathe in now, and she breathed in. It was all water, and she was like, and then she was like struggle, and then she was like, and then it just hit that point where I just didn't care. She said I just didn't care, and it was fine, and there was no pain or anything, and she died, and somebody got her and pulled her out of the car or whatever, and they resuscitated her on the side, and she came back to life.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Yeah, but it was just sort of like, and she was always a little off. But
like
yeah.
before or after?
Well, it was weird. She was always a little off, and it's like we were having a conversation about this, and I was like, oh God, I wonder if
I think that's like
something.
what I'm most afraid of is drowning.
Well,
'Cause that feeling is
the
just
way she described it, like the way she told the story.
Yeah.
She was sort of like, it was fine. Like once you get past the
But
struggling,
some people panic and just
well, you're going to panic.
yeah.
I mean, that's
Well, I mean,
good part of the
everybody
problem.
panics,
Yeah.
but it's just
Except
so
for
scary.
Earl, he was totally fine with it. It's like whatever.
All right.
Stupid
See ya.
drowning.
My grandfather died in a flash flood.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. It's like one of those things where it's like a dry creek bed, and I guess like all of a sudden there was just like a torrent of water came.
Yeah.
It's so weird that like the idea like people dying in flash floods like you would imagine you could just swim and like grab onto something, but you know
There's all the debris.
yeah I guess that's what does it, right?
And water on the move, it is incredibly strong.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredibly strong.
The
You
fact
get
that when I
absolutely-
went tubing, like that much little water was able to push
So-
people all over the place.
So the creepy thing about my grandfather dying is, I'm Gus Cirola III, so I've been to his grave and I've seen Gustavo Cirola's grave,
Are you going to be buried next?
which is really he's buried in Mexico.
Oh.
It's really weird to be like, holy shit, that's my name
Yeah,
right there,
that is spooky.
in the ground.
Yeah, it is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Why do we always go to the down?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's like a morbid Google search.
So after I made a tweet yesterday, or tweeted yesterday about Adam taking over as director of technology, and right away I regretted it because I started getting the, oh my god, do you not work at Rooster Teeth anymore? Are you leaving Rooster Teeth? Like, no, I still fucking work there.
Still here.
And just let someone else handle the tech now. I'm doing other things, and then people are like, well, "What are you doing now?" I was like, "Well, I'm going to focus on RTX
Well,
and podcast."
let's not throw the word work around.
And they're like, "Oh, well, Lindsay edits the podcast now, and RTX is going to be over next week, so you're not going to do anything, right?" I was like, "Fuck you, fuck you so much."
Like, you kick off working next year's RTX, right? Like immediately.
Yeah, luckily we built that robot. 2013 is going to be a breeze thanks to Planotron.
Drill hole here.
Gusbot 3000.
Program for fun. Comedy routine broken. Kill.
Just as long as it doesn't drop that one Garfield joke.
Cut that. Oh man, dude, RTX is gonna be awesome. I'm really looking forward to RTX. You know what? There's actually so much cool stuff at RTX that I'm like, I can't do it all, and it kind of is upsetting. Like
People have like messaged me complaining. They're just like, "Oh, you put 2 panels back to back or like too close to each other. I can't go to both." I was like, "Well,
why do they talk like that?
Because that's my internet voice. Everyone has an internet voice.
But it's
That's
like
my
there's, like
internet
there's
voice.
things like, I mean, like there's stuff we still haven't announced yet that like I'm going to be helping with, and then there's other stuff that's like going on at the same time. Like I want to kind of check out that panel, but I can't.
I
It's
feel like I already have to apologize for how tired I'm going to be. You know, just
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's just going to be
Yeah.
a lot of stuff going on.
Well,
I already apologize to everybody
Yeah.
for being a total bitch.
Luckily, it's a 2-day event, so we'll be super tired 2 days, but then we can recover. It's not one of those super long events like
Yeah.
San Diego
yeah, we
Comic
could
Con.
recover for that 30 hours we have in between.
Jesus.
San Diego Comic Con's a fucking marathon.
Yeah, it is.
many
I
days
haven't
is
worked the
4
full
days?
Comic Con, so
It starts Wednesday night. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, 5 days.
That's, yeah.
Yep.
so
You guys should go to San Diego Comic Con and try and shoot a short at the same time. See how that works
Oh,
out
yeah.
for you.
I once worked at Comic Con like 4 or 5 years ago, where it was just me and Jason.
oh god,
Really?
There were 2 of us for the entire event.
Well, that's actually not bad. I mean, it's bad.
Well, if someone
but
wants
if
to
it's
go
just
to the
if it's
bathroom or
just
something.
you and one other and you guys are cool, that's easier than a lot of other
Yeah.
equations I
That's
could
true.
put together
If there's
for
ever
you. I mean,
more
it
than
is.
4
If you just have
people.
2 people and you're overwhelmed with work, that's easier. If you have 3 people and one of them's kind of like
Yeah.
a pain.
I find if you ever have more than 4 people in a booth at a convention, it just
yeah.
becomes
It falls apart.
stupid. Yeah.
One year, it wasn't that same year with Jason. It was like a year or 2 after that. Luke McKay was in the booth with us, and he was like drawing stuff and using my laptop. And we had an internet connection for the laptop. It was a wire that they ran and plugged in, and yeah, fuck it, cut that. So we had this internet connection. It was a wire, an Ethernet cord that they had plugged in, and Luke was trying to use his Wacom tablet. And he
to
was,
draw, yeah.
with his USB, and he plugged into the laptop. He's like, my tablet's not being recognized. My tablet's not being recognized. So I was like, fine, what's going on? I went over and I looked, and he had plugged his USB connection for the laptop into the Ethernet port. Like he just reached on the side and it fit in there. And I learned that they were the exact same width.
Wow.
And I was
crazy.
like, well, there's your problem.
It's funny
Can't draw
because
your
when
way
you're
to the
working,
internet.
and you guys haven't figured this out yet, but it's like when you're working at an event, it's like 5 days long. It is sort of like a race for resources.
yeah.
Like towards the end, where it's first, everything's fine, it's fine. It's just like the second day, you're like, hey, where's that chair?
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, the chair is important. I need to like pin down the chair. It's like, oh, bottle of water. I haven't drank. I need a bottle of water. Where's the bottle of water? It's basically like a smaller, condensed version of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
it's
We
like
just have,
playing,
like,
it's like
things-
playing DayZ.
It's like playing DayZ, yeah, where it's like you slowly run out of resources.
Well, I remember
and
last
you, and
year-
like when your feet are killing you, and you become a dick about that chair, and someone's like, "Oh, can I borrow your chair?" You're like, "No, fuck you! You cannot borrow the chair. Don't even look at the chair."
You know, like the Achievement Hunter area of RTX, we only have we have a table set up for like autographs and stuff, and I think we have 2 chairs, and it's like,
Oh, did you want 2? I only asked for 1.
Okay, then we have 1 chair.
chair.
We have 1 chair.
See, this is part of the logistics meeting. It's like, how many chairs are we getting? Where do the chairs go?
No, like
No,
conventions,
that's fine.
it's like
So
it's
1
it
chair.
becomes-
That's reserved. So no one on that chair would knock your ass off.
Yep.
Take our chair.
We worked at Fan Expo last year, me, Miles, Marshall, and Kathleen, and that is a long expo.
Yeah.
It's open, I think, 8 a.m. to 6 or 7 p.m. every day, and it's also 5 days long. Fuck. It's the longest week of my life.
I feel, yeah, Fan Expo is long. I don't know what it is. Something about being in Toronto is, it doesn't seem to last as long as San Diego Comic Con. Maybe because it's not like the overwhelming crush
Yeah.
of people. It's
yeah.
smaller than that.
I think I forget how many people.
It's like 50 to
Well,
60,000.
and you're in Canada, so everyone's polite.
It's true.
It's true.
How is there not a gaming convention or a comic book show or something like that in Vegas? Like, I mean, like we
You know
talked
what?
about Comic Con.
GameStop had their
Vegas is already
conference
crazy.
managers
Yeah, it's
meeting
been- it's been there a
couple
couple times.
Oh god, that was I had
it was
a great
awesome.
time.
There's-
yeah,
there-
we need to be more stuff in Vegas. There is some sort of small convention out in Vegas.
There's
Yeah.
one of the pro gaming leagues has a tournament in Vegas every now and then.
But I mean, like you'd figure, like I mean, I understand why BlizzCon is in Anaheim just because it's close to their actual headquarters. But I mean, like having BlizzCon in Vegas, or I mean, hell, even Comic Con in Vegas, just to get more space.
They might not want to cut. Like they might have a lot of people under 21. Who?
But you can still go to conventions. I mean, under 21. There's not a whole lot else you can do. But I mean, even so, there's not a whole lot else you can do in San Diego. I mean, there's maybe
well,
a little
the
bit
other
more.
thing is that if you're an exhibitor or whatever, you want probably people to be going to your exhibit and being focused on the convention. Where it's like if you're in Vegas and it's like, oh, well, let's just go not go. Let's go play blackjack
But
all day.
there's a lot of big shows in Vegas.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them.
I mean, CES. Have you ever been to CES?
Yes, I have.
Dude.
Well, yeah, we went to IWTV, which was part of
Yeah.
CES.
Oh, dude, CES.
It took me an hour and a half to get to my to go up like 15 flights.
Yeah, it's one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life. I mean, like, CES is so big. Like, as big as you think, like PAX is or, like RTX is or something like that. Like, I mean, CES it's a wonder of the world.
Have you ever seen any of those videos of, and I know we talk about it every now and then, have you ever seen any of those videos of the line organization for that convention in Tokyo called Comiket?
I think so. Where it's like they do chunks at a time.
Yeah.
I've seen like
yeah.
stop motion.
How many people are there?
300,000.
Holy shit.
And
Wow.
like they have like these giant queue systems, and like you should watch it. They have like this time lapse video of all these people lining up, and then like Jack said, in chunks they move, and they're like arranging them.
Oh my god.
It's amazing.
300,000 people?
Yeah.
And what's
Yeah.
the venue?
Someplace in Tokyo, I don't know.
I mean, what
venue could hold that many people?
Yeah, what?
Well,
And
it's-
they're not big exhibits either. It's a manga convention, so it's essentially just a bunch of tables with people selling comic books.
Well, it's like Tokyo Game Show. Like, I'd love to go to Tokyo Game Show. Like, that would be cool. Or what's the game convention in Germany?
Gamescom.
Gamescom. Like, I would love to go to that. Like, those are both huge. Those are both bigger than anything we have in the States.
I jokingly tried to get
Is
us
it really bigger than
into.
Nottingham?
I jokingly tried to get us into Gamescom
Oh yeah.
last year or this. I forget when it was, but I couldn't get in touch with anyone over there who spoke English. Everyone was
Really? I thought
just
it's
German.
funny because like I thought everyone spoke English. Over
Or they were
there.
fucking with me because they didn't want to deal with me.
That's very possible.
They're like,
we
"Who the
don't
fuck are these
really
people?"
we don't really sell anything over in Germany, right?
No, not really.
Not in comparison to the other places.
That'd be a fun convention then, because you just sit.
So why do Australians love us? What? I mean, Joel,
Australians
you,
and
You know,
Canadians.
I don't
Yeah.
know why any fan loves us.
but I mean, like, apparently Australians are going like bonkers for like Bernie and Gavin down there, and that's awesome. And like, I'm just curious as to why.
It's like that every year. Rooster Teeth's really big in Australia. I think Melbourne is the biggest city per capita of fans.
That's
Yeah, Melbourne is pretty big.
Yeah, and Sydney as well.
man, that's crazy.
And then Toronto is up there, Houston, and I believe London.
Well, Houston's just fat, so
So their
So-
people count double.
yeah, it's literally the biggest
Each
people,
view is
the
2
biggest
views.
fans we have.
I'm showing
my-
Barbara the Comiket line.
Yeah,
Holy fuck, dude.
yeah, it's incredible.
It's like a Tetris game.
It looks like bugs.
This was dawn, by the way. When this video started, it was dark.
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
Oh man,
So how many people are in that one area?
I don't know.
it might be in the description.
My
That
God.
that looks sort of like a Minecraft thing almost.
We'll
something on the brain?
we'll obviously put this video in the link dump.
Speaking of Minecraft, Joel and I were working on our new Minecraft maps. Now that we've abandoned, if we got that old Minecraft map back, like if you took that USB drive that we've talked about a number of times and got it repaired, would you go back to the old map, or are you happy enough with this new map that we've spent hours and hours and hours working on?
It's like asking to choose between children. I don't know.
You don't know?
mean, I don't know.
I built a house way on the corner of the map, Barbara. It's
I mean-
really nice. It's got a view of the sunset and the sunrise.
How
beautiful.
many copies of Minecraft is sold?
I don't know.
A lot.
It was
A
the
lot,
number,
right? It's the
A
number
lot.
one seller.
It's got to be up there on
Yeah,
Marketplace.
it was. I forget. They did announce the numbers, but I forget what it was.
I think Notch announced. They don't typically announce, but I think Notch released those numbers.
I was wrong. Comiket has over 560,000 attendees.
Oh my god. That's what, half of Austin?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What is going on
That's
there?
a lot of people.
My God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I wanted to get us into that show too, just as a joke.
Just
Like, I start one year. I applied to a bunch of different crazy shows just
I
to see
would
what we could
never
get into.
fucking go to that kind of show.
We wouldn't sell a single thing there.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
It's true.
Well, 500,000 people, you'd think we'd sell something.
Well, it's a very focused event. It's very manga focused, and I don't
put-
think they would be interested in anything that wasn't manga.
Just put giant anime eyes on the characters. Just go back in and
No, we need to make a manga adaptation. We
Well,
need to
don't you
take the Red
remember-
versus Blue story, make comics, and then do
We
them in
have-
Japanese and then sell them
We
in that
have
market.
a
Add an
PSA,
uncle.
Red versus Blue going global, where you do the Japanese version of Red versus Blue. Where
that's
it's like
right.
red and blue soldiers go.
Right.
It's awesome. Caboose, I love him.
Do you
He's so
think
cute.
In Japan, they have a version of like what the Power Rangers is to us. Is there some American-made show
absolutely.
that we export to Japan
And then they
that they
redub.
have that it's just terrible?
There's got
that it's like some sort of Power Rangers equivalent. Is there anything? I don't think there's anything in the U.S. produced at that poor of a level.
I wonder if they
right?
like redub like Saved by the Bell, but it's like a story about like a high school.
They just splice in like fight scenes or whatever with robots.
Zach Moss,
That's a
my
genius
hero.
idea, actually, Jack.
Yeah, like
That's a genius idea. That would just,
and I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure like back in the 80s, there was that cartoon series Robotech. Mm-hmm. The Robotech they showed in the United States was actually 2 different cartoons that they cut different stuff from and then rewrote all the dialogue to match what was happening. So like what you see in this is like 2 totally different cartoons over there.
it's just like weird production value. We're just like, we're going to reapply the same material over again. It's like you were talking about soccer, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, I have a feeling that, ESPN probably just bought rights for soccer over in Europe and like, well, we already have this.
Might as
We'll
well
just
use
everything in the United States. Sorry, we've already paid for it.
Well, I mean, that's
But
like,
it's who knows?
that's like the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, MXC.
Yeah.
That was
I remember that.
Takeshi's Castle, I believe, is the original.
Yeah, Takeshi's Castle.
Takeshi's Castle, and then they just redubbed it with the funny voiceover stuff. And it's like, that's got to be so cheap to produce.
Is that the
that's
same people who make Wipeout now?
I don't know.
It's got to be.
It's like the same show.
It's the same show. Essentially,
Do you
it's
watch
Americanized.
Do you watch
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior?
No.
Which is not.
So I was going to say a real funny Iron Chef joke here, but we've already moved on.
No.
This happens to me all the time.
No,
where it's
so-
like you're trying to find the opening, but there's...
Do you know what Ninja Warrior is, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically like, it's like a serious version of like the, Wipeout type
Serious.
stuff.
A serious version of
this
what?
is-
What's a
Serious
penalty?
Hey. No, serious.
They slice people in
This is
half?
se-
Or,
No joking. This is a serious version.
what does that mean?
So,
Seriously.
Wipeout, they're being goofy and like knocking people off and getting muddy and stuff, and they just keep going. And a Ninja
In
Warrior...
the serious version, it's like, if you don't make it across this trap, we kill your firstborn.
So Ninja Warrior basically is like imagine like American Gladiators, where it's like obstacle courses. Except if you don't complete the obstacle course, you're out. So they have 100 people, and the whole thing is there's 4 stages, and the last stage is literally like a 100-foot rope climb to the very top. And if you get to the top, you win.
You can't smile the entire time because it is serious.
I think they need to...
They've been doing. I think they've done it like 25 times, and only 4 people have
If I
actually
see
completed
that
the whole
corner
thing.
of your mouth
Can,
curl up.
can they...
Serious.
It's over.
They should incorporate this into American Idol.
You have to jump.
Climb over the giant...
You have to stutter
and then
step,
sing a
and then-
song at the end.
Yeah.
How many fucking
Ninja Idol.
singing TV shows are there now?
Too many.
Did you see The Choice?
I was just going to
That's,
mention that.
that's what I was going
shit.
to segue into.
Fuck
That's so
that show,
fucking
man.
funny.
It's like
What was it?
so. Okay, have you heard of-
You know The Voice?
Do you know the
Yes,
concept of the voice?
that's right, that's
Where
right.
they
So
have
they're in a
someone-
chair. If they like it, they push a button. It spins them around.
And now...
They took that.
That's right.
They took that same goddamn set and basically they turned it into a dating show where they have like shitty,
They took
like
the-
Z-list
Well,
celebrities.
we got these 4 swinging chairs. We put the entire budget into them. We got to justify them somehow.
They
Like, the voice
Rhyme.
sounds like The Choice. Let's go with that.
Yep.
I mean, that's the
We
same
can't afford
network,
any more
right?
leverage, people. We can't
the
afford
Voice
it.
is NBC. The Choice is Fox.
Oh, really?
So then they have people come out and describe themselves, and if the Z-list celebrity sounds like they're hot or interested, they hit the button and spin around and I don't know, awkwardly hit on them.
and humanity dies a little bit.
If I was ever on that show, I would purposely go out there and be like, "Hello, my name is Jackie.
You should be Jackie Mittens.
How's it going, guys? I just want to date. What's going on with me? Oh my god, Burke.
Did you see the picture of that girl, like the real picture of her?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Oh, we did? Damn. Okay.
Yeah. She's
I'm
actually
recycling
hot.
all my shit.
Ermagerd Burks.
So what's on Reddit right now? Anything interesting?
God, we got into the Reddit portion of the podcast. I think this is where I saw it, was Reddit. Sorry, Joel, I can't give you my power. Because then
No, it's okay.
the podcast will stop recording.
Joel's laptop is dead. You look very sad.
Speaking of resources, like you were talking about this, one of the most sought after resources in this office is the power supply for our laptops.
The
We all
Mac
have
Power Brick.
Yeah.
Macs, but some asshole took the part that plugs into the wall. They only
What?
left the part that plugs into the laptop.
Who the fuck would do
This
that?
could power your laptop right now, Joel, but some asshole came in here and took the wall part.
I think
That's
Joel.
just like a taunt.
This was here last week when we
just a
recorded.
taunt.
I saw it plugged into the wall. So sometime in the last week, someone took this. Why would the fuck
that's
would they
the-
even need that?
Like you, that's the thing. You and I don't know about you. We travel, so
Yeah.
it's like this thing that stays together.
Yeah.
forever.
As far as I'm concerned,
Yeah,
this does not happen. This doesn't
No,
exist.
yeah,
this
that
this is
doesn't
one
happen.
unit.
That doesn't happen. Yeah.
Now, do you like the one that's the single plug that goes right into the wall, or do you like the cable that plugs into the wall?
The cable.
Yeah, I like
Gotta
that
have
too.
extra length.
Yeah, we get the extra length, and also it's a little bit more secure.
You do
Yeah.
have to have extra length.
Yeah, when it's the other way, then it's like I feel like it's like barely in the wall, or the weight will pull
You
it
mean
out.
it's just barely in, and it gets pulled out?
Yes.
Everyone's
God.
looking around looking for this plug,
Yeah.
and Barbara's giggling like a schoolgirl.
I hope I don't do this again.
And Gus has his cable on his mouth again.
All right, I think we've entered the loopy phase of the podcast.
Yeah.
We should probably wrap
We
things
should,
up.
what's for lunch today?
I don't know. We we went to Fridays yesterday, and I was
did.
disappointed. That's the first time I've been there in years, and they no longer have that fried cheese cheeseburger.
man.
I talked it up to Jack.
I'd never heard of this thing. If I'd have known about this, now I'm
So
disappointed.
years ago, when our office was still in Buda, I went to that Fridays once, and they had a fried cheese cheeseburger. So it was a cheeseburger with a fried cheese patty on it, basically
Oh
like
my God.
a mozzarella stick disc, and then it was covered in queso.
Oh, sounds
America.
so good.
Well, I was confused by the fact that there's chicken fried chicken.
Yeah,
There's nothing confusing about
chicken
that.
fried is the preparation. So you can have
it's like
chicken
pickle-
fried steak. It's chicken fried.
Once
Right.
you eat it, you understand.
And then the chicken is
I just
the
remember
protein.
the first time I ever heard that was here in Texas.
Get a
and
chicken
I was
fried
like,
pickle.
Wow.
Yeah, you can chicken fry stuff.
Can you pickle a chicken fried chicken?
You probably could. That'd be super gross, though.
How,
So
how,
what's the
how
difference
do
between-
you fry cheese? How does that work? You just get a stick of cheese and just stick it in the deep fryer?
I've
and
never
it fries
thought
it?
about
I mean,
this.
how does that
You
work?
probably coat it in like the powder stuff
how does
that
it
they use.
how does it keep its structural integrity while being fried?
How do they fry Kool-Aid?
How do they fry ice cream? You ever had fried ice cream?
They flash fry that stuff. They
Yeah.
they batter it and they flash fry it.
I thought they just picked up a piece of poop and gave it to you. It was pretty much processed fried ice cream.
Close enough.
But
So what's the difference between chicken fried and fried?
I don't know. I'm not a cook.
Okay. Well, I
Well-
just thought maybe you would know.
I guess it's the batter, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
The
so.
type of batter.
I guess so.
We should go to.
We should. We should.
Someone
we should-
fries
we
it
should-
and just goes,
We should
chicken.
go, we should go to
Did
Fred
you-
Gills or the
Did you
Hills.
make the Epic Mealtime guys?
Yeah.
I fucking love those guys. You're the one who introduced me to Epic Mealtime. Actually, Barbara
I
introduced me.
did.
I love that Valentine's
they're-
Day episode.
They're
God,
from my hometown, Montreal.
Those guys are great.
Yeah, Harley was a nice dude. He was pretty cool.
How do I
Yeah.
get on that show?
Ask.
I mean,
sure.
I just want to stick my face
Sure,
in
we could arrange something.
food. They should make. They should. I just love what they do. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's enough.
They should make clothes out of food and
Wrap
wear
it up.
Bacon soup.
They should make a bacon suit.
Bye.
Who wouldn't watch that?
Bacon strips and bacon strips and bacon strips.